from the women's movement. We have this position paper. There are certain issues of concern in the communities that we would like you to table in Parliament and raise as issues of national concern.
If it's a long paper, please go and make it short. We don't have time. You know, we as MPs, we don't have time. We are in the constituencies, we are in committees. We don't have time to read those long submissions of yours.
Honorable, we've done our best to try to capture the detail of the concern.
Have a seat here.
Okay. So,
and make it quick, please.
So the issues that we really find pertinent are the numerous cases, the rampant cases of sexual abuse. We've had issues of consent within sexual relations. We've had struggles around women's political participation. And we thought that these issues, you could raise them on the floor of Parliament and have a solution to an end to this.
Now, Ejanga, I have always told women, these small things, they are diversionary. What is consent?
Honorable, these are not small issues. They are issues that are affecting our societies down there.
And then you bring things like marital rape. What is that?
It is something that is happening in our society.
What is it? You really need to make society understand, because I think you're taking these things too far. You're borrowing from I don't know where, I think Europe and so on. Really, I think we need to be able to focus.
No,
we are a developing country. We are trying to go to the middle income status, and then you bring. You need to be serious. Bring concrete things of development.
These are issues. As the women's movement, we have had our interaction with communities. We go as low as local communities. These are voices from women.
I'm thirsty. Do you have a Gilbis there? Or Jack Daniels? Please bring that Jack Daniels. Yes.
So I was saying these are issues of national concern. An equitable society really created.
Okay. I agree. So you know that we are very busy. So
yeah, we know you're busy.
You need to take us to a good hotel where we can think properly.
Hotel?
Yes, but
we could meet here in town.
No.
Or we can go to our organization, Center for Basic Research, and have a conversation over these issues.
So I think if you're not willing to invest, then that means you also don't value these things. You need to take us to a hotel, maybe Serena Chico or Ginger Night Resort, where people can concentrate. Otherwise, you won't get them.
We do appreciate.
Members of Parliament
appreciate the need to convene and have a conversation on these issues, but we are also looking at the budget issues at this time of the year.
So if you're not willing to invest, I'm sorry.
Okay.
But also, I think
we can agree on this.
You people are also asking too much. Already, government is like one big mothers' union. Look at Vice President, Prime Minister. I don't know what's the percentage of women in Parliament?
Way beyond 30%.
Then what is it?
Yes, but you see, these are issues that keep coming. And somehow we have to continuously engage with these issues as they arise. Yes, we do not refuse that there are milestones that have been registered. But these are issues that we need to deal with.
Look at this one. This is the Honorable Jova. You know her?
Yes.
These are the affirmative action women. You should ask these ones. Why do you disturb us?
Do you think it is really good to? I think it is not necessary.
So what are you doing in Parliament? If you're not going to push those issues, what are they called?
We talked about sexual oppression.
What is that?
We need to. We have worked on these issues already, but there's a paper here, which I think.
No, go and prepare it properly. Yes.
Time, I hear we're supposed to go to Jampanzi or Settles. I don't know even which one, but
State House. Let's go.
But Honorable, how do we proceed now? Okay.
Which have been raised, and I want to bring them to the attention of the panel. Yes, as a disability activist and a gender activist, I'm happy, I'm invited. We have struggled for affirmative action, and indeed it was given to us. But the question is, how affirmative is affirmative action? Most of us here are mothers. As mothers, do we want stunted growth children? To me, if affirmative was a child, it has been stunted. What is the essence of having someone stay in the same position for 20 years claiming affirmative without growth? We got the affirmative action through UPE and through some points at Makerere University for both women and people with disabilities. In our world, the disability world, we calculated and we found that we have pushed 864 students at university since 1997. Unfortunately, the people who have been holding powerful positions in this country, despite the 800, are still the same. Where do the 800 go? So, how affirmative is affirmative? Isn't it standard? Gender justice, as far as legal practice is concerned, women with disabilities have been suffering, and I want the panel to look at it because of the law. Yes, they agree that if a woman with disability is raped or defiled, it will still be considered as defilement. But the panel code there has not changed, because there are 3 questions they ask. Did you see? Did you hear? Did you touch? And some of our women with disabilities don't have those senses. Until that panel code is changed, we cannot attain justice. Some employment, but they are not yet visible in terms of change of power. Can we say this is the democratic erosion the presenter has talked about? Thank you very much.
I just want to thank you for organizing this meeting, and moreover also for remembering senior citizens and inviting me to come and participate. So it is a great pleasure for me to be part of you. I want to say that one of the biggest problems to do with affirmative action was that it was never understood. The purpose of it was never understood. Maybe we who went there first, who benefited from it, understood it. And that's why we used it to make progress. But generally, the people who criticize it and oppose it show that they had not understood it. And eventually, these women who came in later on affirmative action did not understand its purpose at all. And even right now, they don't even understand it. They look at it as a vehicle through which to enter and own dignity and earn money. And if it is like that, then you really cannot criticize it like that it was standard. The affirmative action was not instituted as a training ground the way people think that I would go there and I'm trained to politics, and 2 years or 5 years I get out and other women go there. No. The affirmative action was brought in against the background of total gender, should I call it discrimination, or total absence of women at political platform. There was none. Politics was for what? For men. And yet we are talking of gender equality and women's empowerment. And yet all these issues that promote gender equality and women empowerment are made at a political platform. So how could they be made when at that political platform there is only one gender who is different from the other, who's thinking, whose mind, who's, whatever I call it, I'm not academician to use those words here. If we are to make a difference, then there must be an opportunity to get women at a political platform. Why would they be there? One, that a different view is also at a political platform. In other words, there is a man and a woman at a political platform, so that the two ideas, these ideas from women will also find itself at a political space and be discussed from experience. Because men, they are discussing infant mortality or maternity. Have they ever had a pregnancy? Do they understand what it means to go through such things? So it was saying, when women come there, because the one who wears the shoes knows where it pinches most, they would be able to articulate, bring forward these things to be seen clearly. Since these women know what it means to be a woman and all these challenges, they would be able to articulate on those specific issues that concern the women. Now, the impact of this woman representative was one, that the population directorate will see that a woman is also there, and by the way, when she performs, they will say, hey, so women also can be politicians and can do as good as these men. And what would that mean? It would motivate the electorate to elect more women into politics, not necessarily through this seat. And I was effective in my political action. The next round who came, Winnie Byanyima. She replaced the man. So we were two. Down the road, Mary Mujeni came and replaced the man. So we were three. Do you see? And yet I had not left my seat. So you can look through that and know. But afterwards, then things, we shall talk about what happened.
Okay,
but you can see the purpose
forward, because this could be another way of bringing in the marriage bill. As we speak today, there is suggestion that the gender policy is not needed as long as you have the equal opportunities policy. The other one is gender and equity. We have made a mark. I think this is also where we have moved in terms of legislation, but there's a backlash coming that it's much easier for the MDS and the local governments to decipher issues of disability, of people living in hard-to-reach areas, than to critically analyze the underlying gender issues that should be addressed. I wanted you also to add, when the gender policy, the gender-based violence policy was being passed, His Excellency passed, I think it may be the only one, where he passed it with a what? Reservation. A reservation. That we needed to go back and do research, find out what are the causes, what are the manifestations, and so on. That was a clear bureaucratic resistance to this policy. Then adding to the son of the beach, I think also it has been called the mud pill, and it has also been something that everybody laughs about. Mud is mud, of course, but as a mud pill. Then lastly, space for the women who have at least managed to occupy that doctrinal space in terms of assets, in terms of being in control of their bodies and so on. There is need also to interrogate the backlash on such women, because there is.